Welcome to Guilderton. I'm just down here. It's Wednesday the 11th and I've just popped down here to meet with the pipgrass sprayers, but I thought I'd just show you where the pipgrass weed is in Guilderton. So obviously you can see that's the Moore River. So this is the lookout here, and the pipgrass extends along the coastal dunes all the way up to here. So it's not, you know, horrendous, but if we let it keep going, it's going to keep going up the coast, and also maybe inland as well. There is a little couple of sections, I think possibly because of maybe Shire trucks or whatever, and maybe have spread it. But yeah, there's a couple of spots in the middle of town, and also it does extend south of the river, but the project hasn't been able to focus on that. So we're sort of focusing from the lookout over the estuary up till near the lighthouse. So yeah, and incidentally, this map was actually a Moore Catchment project back in 2015. So that's what visitors see when they first get here. So first step was to get a management plan made up. Luckily NAC had some funding to help us do that. Western Botanical compiled the report and showed that we had about 114 hectares of pipgrass, and so obviously the next stage was to get some money to start spraying, and NAC was able to help us out with 2 sprays, but then changes in the coastal funding, we weren't able to get any more funding, so we had a bit of a gap, but luckily we were able to score 2 grants through the state NRM and also the community environmental program to do more spraying this year and into next year. So here we are up at the lookout. Here's another one of the signs that we did in 2015, and put some information about the pipgrass on here, showing that it isn't a native and reasons why we should get rid of it. So we'll just go and have a look. There's the beautiful river, and then here's the lovely pipgrass, just doing a really good job of smothering all the native vegetation. There's some chewit trees in here, and some melaleucas and acacias, but as you can see, they're just getting smothered. And don't get me wrong, it is holding the sand together, but I think it's time for it to be got rid of. So yeah, and then this is the view that everybody likes. Beautiful Moore River estuary and the sandbar, which obviously is intact today. The river's quite full, as you can see, so it doesn't look like it'll be long before it could possibly be breached again. And here's another one of our signs that we did, a little bit of information, and asking people not to break the sandbar, which they do. Everyone gets excited when the bar breaks. Okay, so this is a project we did this year. This is some revegetation on a small section of dunes at Guilderton. So this is a continuation of our pipgrass project, spraying out the pipgrass weed and trying to replace it with some native seedlings. So I came out late yesterday, and so these were only planted by the community 2 and a bit months ago, but oh my god, they're like massive, and we've just had rubbish amounts of rain. It was really dry when we put them in. Oh, what was a little lizard, but just amazing. And here goes one of the wattles that went in, the acacia, cyclops, and it's just massive. And Hardenbergia, look at it, it's coming out the top. But yeah, I'm so pleased, because really everything was against them. This season's been the worst ever for planting, but yet just so good. We ran out of tree guards, but still the plants without the tree guards are doing well. I was worried about rabbits, but they look alright. But so pleased, and it's good to give this information back to the community who planted, to show them that it's worth doing, worth being part of these projects, because they do work. But obviously we've still got to get through the summer. That's going to be the challenge. But yeah, really pleased. Here we got some onion weed. We don't like that one. We don't like the sea spinach, horrible stuff. And obviously the pelargonium. Yuck, we don't like that. So the pit grass sprayers will be back in a month or so to do another spray of the dunes. This is what they all sprayed last year. Got a really good strike, but there is stuff coming back like that. It's just evil stuff. It's just so it's good that we got a little bit more money to do more spraying, because there is some really beautiful dunes still at Guilderton, and it'd be a shame if this pit grass just takes over. So yeah, really pleased. So huge thanks to our community planters. We can't do these projects without these volunteers coming out and helping us. So obviously COVID caused us a few issues this year, but we did some good social distancing, as you can see. And we also held a community seed collection workshop. Richard from APACE came up and taught our volunteers how to identify and collect seeds, so we can collect and grow for next year's pit grass project, and probably for a good few years after that. So yeah, that was a great event as well. Yay! Our pit grass sprayers are back for this week. They are spraying the priority areas for their third spray, so hopefully this will see the back of the pit grass in these areas. We won't know until we go out and check in a few months. But yeah, so Jeff and Jono from Western Botanical are using the Verdict herbicide to spot spray in between the native vegetation. There's Jeff there. I'm sort of spied on him with the drone, and you'll see that he's spraying. It looks like it's coming out red, so that's the tracer dye, so we know where they've sprayed.
Well, we're spraying pit grass, which is an introduced grass. It's done very well on the dunes. We're using a grass selective herbicide called Verdict, and we've done this project here for many years now. It's good to see a progressive kill of the grass and not too much impact on the other vegetation nearby. We've been very careful. We're selectively spraying as well as using a grass selective. We've still got to be careful. We've been seeing in areas where we've treated the plants in previous years gone by that we've had good kill rates, and now we're really just doing a mopping up exercise, picking up the small patches here and there.
It's just been really great to see this project progress, because it has actually progressed in a positive way. The pit grass has been attacked and has been diminished. It hasn't been eliminated as yet. The gaps in funding hasn't helped at all, but hopefully, if we can attract some more funding, we can make even a bigger dent in the pit grass and help the native vegetation to recover on the dunes, because it's definitely worth it.